You know, it amazes. I used to be like this, so I'm going to preface what I'm about to say with this because my childhood basically was this way. But it amazes me how religious people, theologians, Christians will do everything in their power to make man the ultimate decider of his fate, heaven or hell. Man has to choose. Man chooses heaven or hell. Man. But what's interesting, if you read the Bible, that basically never happens. Did Moses choose to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt? No. God chose Moses for that occasion. Did the 12 disciples decide to be disciples? No. Because Jesus, when he was dining with his disciples, said, "Have I not chosen you? And yet one of you is a devil." Have I not chosen you? Did Jesus not choose the disciples? If you listen to theologians and religiously minded people today, you would think that the disciples chose themselves. That's not biblical. They would have you believe that Moses chose of his own free will to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt. That's not biblical. This is why I would encourage you to look up people like Charles Spurgeon and Calvin and Michael Horton and the theologians who really put the emphasis on the sovereignty of God. Because, first of all, I believe they're correct, but it provides a relief that does not exist outside of that. If we're responsible, then there's no way that we can have peace with God ever. There's no way that a man-centered theology and free will and you choose, there's no way that you can ultimately find peace with God, because at any given time you could choose not to. And there's no assurance of certainty in that doctrine. What type of salvation is it if there's no assurance and certainty of it? I don't consider that a very strong, worthwhile salvation at all. Now, if God created man with a nature, and God also has a nature, and God wanted to showcase the fullness of his nature, meaning the fullness of his love, the fullness of his grace, the fullness of his compassion, and if God wanted to showcase the fullness of his wrath and anger, that's God. That's the nature of God. That's what Romans 8 and 9 are all about. God is an angry God. He wants to show love and mercy and anger because that's all of him. He wants to showcase the fullness of his glory.